So we can show some examples here of typical applications. As you can see here, the force gauge has a threaded shaft to which you would mount one of our grips or a custom-made grip, which is often done as well. And the test stand has a matrix of threaded holes here that you can mount your grip as well. This is your main home screen here where you see the current reading. Currently we're in real-time mode, which means it'll show you the live reading. I'm producing a compression force, so you'll see the compression symbol up on top. If I now pull on the shaft, it will show you the tension symbol, and it'll show you the tension force. The peak readings are always shown in the upper right corner there, your peak compression and tension readings. As I mentioned, I'm in real-time mode, but I can change that mode to peak compression, which means the screen will be frozen when the peak compression force has been reached. There's average mode, where you can set up the gauge to record the average force over time. External trigger mode, which is where the display will be frozen when an external trigger has been received, such as a switch contact activation. Currently we're reading in pounds, in pound units. If we wanted to change that, we could do that by simply pressing the units button. You can cycle through the available units. The battery life is shown over here. The gauge is powered by a rechargeable battery. In the upper left corner here, you'll see your set point values. Those are your pass and fail limits. You can also save individual data points on the gauge. If we go back into peak mode, let's say I would like to save that reading, I would simply press the data button and you'll see it increment by 1. You can go back into the menu and see your saved data under the memory area. And those readings are going to be shown over here. Now you can also output that data, including USB, Mitutoyo, RS-232, and analog. This is where you would configure baud rates and other parameters, as well as view statistics. You have your min, max, mean, and standard deviation. There are other functions of the gauge as well. You can set up a filter, which is useful in high vibration environments, to smooth out the readings. There's also a calibration area where there are user prompts that allows you to calibrate the gauge at up to 10 points in either measurement direction. You can also set up a password to prevent access to certain areas of the gauge, including the menu, certain key presses, and the calibration. This is good for production environments.